Just want to say right away, thank you for checking out my video. This is just a trimmed down version of my reaction to the SpaceX launch from my stream earlier. Please check out SpaceX's stream VOD, and be sure to check out a bunch of other YouTubers like Everyday Astronaut, NASA Spaceflight, and all those other YouTubers that get such good footage and photos of this stuff. But I'm not going to dilly-dally too long. On to the reaction.
1 minute to go to launch.
Come on.
All right, so again, our hold point comes up at T-minus 40, not tracking any reason to stop there, so we should see us go right through that. All right, we are through T-minus 40.
Good signs.
We're counting down. We're going to let our flight director, Maciek Batura, take us the rest of the way. 30 seconds.
Fair enough.
Liftoff of Starship.
T-minus 15. T-minus 10. 9. 8.
Come on.
7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1.
Oh, ignition. Release.
We have liftoff.
Yes! That's what I'm talking about.
Vehicle pitching downrange.
Go, rocket, go. Godspeed. Come on.
Booster chamber pressure nominal.
Look at those engines. God, look at that. The giant mock diamond.
All right, we're a little over 40 seconds into flight. 33 out of 33 Raptor
avionics
engines.
power and telemetry nominal.
The engines are looking good.
Getting good call outs, healthy systems on the booster as it starts to pitch over the Gulf.
Oh, max Q.
All right, we're a little over 1 minute into flight, about to pass through max Q.
I think it just did.
Max Q.
All right, so we are through the period of maximum dynamic pressure, max stress on the vehicle as it continues to fly.
Good signs.
Our next major event is going to be hot staging, which is happening in just over 90 seconds from now. To get ready, the booster will shut down all but 3 of its Raptor engines. The clamps holding the 2 stages together will release, and the Starship second stage ignites its engines.
One of the engines went out.
The ship then separates from the Super Heavy booster and heads to space. At the same time, the 3 engines still firing on Super Heavy will flip the booster around. 10 more engines will ignite for the boost back burn, putting the first stage on the path for splashdown in the Gulf. As we mentioned earlier, the hot stage will be jettisoned for this flight, and that should occur just after the boost back burn. So we're about to shut down the first stage and perform hot staging. So let's just watch and listen.
Doing a lot of rolling. Venting.
All right, seeing the engine start to throttle down.
Miko.
Shut down.
Ship ignition. Boost back burn startup.
Yes!
Base separation.
You can see the same engines still shut down over here. Something must have happened with that during
Stage separation confirmed. We've got 6
ascent.
engines running on ship. Booster is doing its boost back burn, continuing now towards
what happened
its
with that boost,
splashdown
with that
site
engine.
in the Gulf.
Ship
We are
Raptor
seeing
chamber
all 6
pressure is
Raptors
nominal.
lit up on ship.
What if that's the one they're trying to relight instead of one of the middle ones? I'm just trying to save it. Oh, you can see the fucking
You heard them
exhaust
report
plume right
ship
there.
chamber pressure
Look
is
at
nominal,
that.
so that chamber pressure
The
just
shadow it's
unexpected
casting.
thrust
Ooh,
level in
that's
those
cool.
Raptor engines on the ship. 3 vacuum optimized,
Ship
3 sea
avionics,
level,
power and
all
telemetry
looking
nominal.
good.
Nice. Good signs.
There's a view into the business end from the ship.
Boost back burn shutdown.
I'm gonna hope that isn't fire.
All right, so at this point we finished our boost back burn, so that was shut down. So that's the first of the 2 burns after a launch that the booster is going to do today. So now it's headed towards the Gulf. It's not going to be quite as an aggressive of a flight down. We relaxed that angle of attack a little bit.
Man, you can still see the
we are
plume
then
out
going
in
to
the
be looking
back.
for it to do
That
its
is such a
engine
cool
tests for
view.
the landing burn, and those are going to be a little unique this time.
My
Yeah,
God.
typically we start with all 13 inner engines lit for that landing burn and bring that down to just the center 3. But one of our test
That is such
objectives
a
for
cool
today is
view.
to simulate what an engine out situation would look like. So we're going to be intentionally turning off one of those center 3 and instead lighting one of the engines from the middle 10 ring.
Yeah, we did see one of those engines in the middle ring shut down during the initial ascent. Oh, looks like we have hot stage jettison. You can see it floating away there to the left of the booster.
Might be the last time we see that.
Yeah,
I
we
think
did
with the
see one
next
of those
booster,
middle
they have
engines
the
shut down during the
integrated
ascent. Again,
hot
we are
wings.
resilient to engine
Or hot
out
stage ring.
on super
Starship
heavy.
flying
That's why we're
nominal
able to get
trajectory.
through our ascent.
Ascent.
Starship flying on the expected path. There's still a chance that engine could be back in the mix for the very start of the landing burn, so we'll see if we light up all 13. But we've even done a landing burn at the tower with an engine out, so very resilient. We'll see how it does on its way down to the Gulf, though.
Very true. Was there. Saw it.
All right, so we got a couple of minutes. That landing burn start should be just about 40 seconds away.
God, the shadows from the sunset as the rocket's coming
That's
down
always
for
rad. You can see
for
the
splashdown is so cool.
boost plume itself in the background as it was coming in.
Imagine having a 4K camera on the booster as it does
Right,
this.
about 20 seconds to landing burn.
Ship Raptor chamber pressure is nominal.
Look at that thing down. Oh, the base is wiggling.
All right, here we go.
Oh.
Landing burn startup.
Good signs. Better than last time.
Looks like we got 12 of those 13.
It's
Down to
managing.
3, including one of the middle ring.
Good signs. Good signs. I think it got it. Good shit.
Down to 2.
Landing burn
Nice
shutdown.
little hover.
Absolute
shutdown.
money. Oh, and you can
And
see it
into
fall
the
after the
Gulf.
engine
Here we
shut
come.
down into the water. Oh, that's so cool.
And the booster has splashed down. Under 30
I want to be
seconds to go.
around like 27,000, I think. 26, 27,000. Forget what the exact number is for suborbital.
All right, shut down the vacuum engines.
Nice.
Ship
Oh, a
engine
hot
cut off.
spot.
We shut
it's like
down
a hot
the
spot right
center
there.
3. Successful.
Nice,
ship
we made
engine
it through it.
cutoff.
We made it through upper stage burn. Now just gotta keep
Seco,
reaction.
baby. There we go.
Look.
That's what we
Gotta
want.
keep the reaction
Nominal
control
orbit
thrusters working. They can keep those
All right,
working.
we just heard the
Oh,
call
it's gonna
out
be
for
smooth
nominal
sailing
orbital
for most of it.
insertion.
All right, one more time. Open the pod bay doors, Hal.
Oh, it opened. Yes. That's what I'm talking about. That's so cool. Oh, that's so cool. Look at
So
that.
we are currently in payload deploy prep.
I don't think it's ever been that far open before. At least not with this good of a view of it.
And the door is open.
Yeah.
All right, so the payload door is open. We should see the first satellite start to deploy at about T plus 18 minutes and 27 seconds. So should be only about 30 seconds. So
Yeah.
one step closer. Hal listened this time. He
Ooh.
cooperated. He opened the payload door for us. There's a view kind of behind the Pez. You're looking out into the vacuum of space.
About 15 seconds until payload deploy.
Ship has transitioned to payload deploy.
Holding my breath. Come on, cameras. Work for us. Well, that's not good. Oh! Moving.
There we go.
Wait. Did it get stuck? Or is that it deploying the first one? Now it's going to come back and then it's deploy the second one.
Pew pew.
It
Wait too long to do that. There we go.
There goes another one.
Gonna bonk on its way out. It is gonna bonk on its way out. Sounds like they might need to work on that.
Super exciting moment, as you can hear the energy in both Hawthorne and Starbase. Everyone's super excited for finally getting to deploy some of those simulated satellites.
Pez system moving down. Next row. There we go. As we said, we're going to do about one every minute or so. And this is just kind of a dress rehearsal for when we're going to be deploying the V3 satellites. And these are just a massive, massive increase to Starlink's capability. Each one of them has its 60 terabits per second
look fucking
of
massive.
capacity that's going to get added to the network.
One of those things is like the size of my living room.
20 times more than what we're adding with every single Falcon 9 launch today.
Just for reference as to how big those are, because it's like fucking massive.
There goes another one.
Like they're probably like, I don't know, 15 to 25 feet across the long way. The things are fucking massive.
All right,
probably
so
like
as
20,
we said,
25 feet
we've got
across.
8 total that we're going to go through today. It's about a minute for each one, but
The thing is as long as my living room. Background view of it going out. Let's stay straight. No. Can I hit on the way out again? Oh, maybe it didn't that time. Okay. See the little thing right there that they used to push it, I'm guessing? Oh, that's so cool. I mean, I guess satellites probably have like automatic stabilizers on them, like a gyroscopic stabilizer. Especially when they're that fucking big, they probably got something of the sort.
all right, so we're about halfway
Like a
through.
reaction control wheel, so they probably have those
When
to
we
keep
actually
them
start
straight
launching
when
the
they
V3
go out.
Starlinks on on Starship, we're going to be flying about 60 each time. So it'll be about an hour to get through a full stack. But again, it's just going to be
an hour of just Starlink deployments.
It's going to enable
Jeez.
gigabit upload download for people with Starlink, anywhere on the planet.
I guess this thing can orbit as long as it wants too.
Starlink is just a tremendous part of just the Starship
unlike the
flight
booster
test program.
Yeah, absolutely. Always getting us that data.
Not too big of an issue with the upper stage either for Falcon.
Yeah, the amazing views we have on the vehicle today.
Yeah, views brought to you by Starlink of us deploying Starlink simulators before we deploy actual Starlinks. How deep does it go? All right, another one firing out.
Interesting. I'm wondering why they don't just have it go around and have like one on each side.
Pez looking smooth today.
But you don't have to have it wind back. Instead, it just always just goes one direction. Is it to save weight, maybe? At least not that much of an addition. I guess at the same time. Is it necessary? No. Can achieve the same thing with a couple kilograms less weight. Yes. All about weight savings. But also then you use less energy with the motor. Instead of having to go and go back.
Alright, looks like we've got one left.
Yeah, but it's already hooked on that, I guess, so yeah, you'd have to pull it back. Unless you wanted to launch both at the same time. Well, that's the last one.
Yeah, there you go. One remaining, so 7 of the 8 have been deployed.
Good luck, soldier.
One more to go. And then we will have completed our first ever payload deploy operation. Just a reminder, we're on a suborbital trajectory. These satellites on that exact same suborbital trajectory, they're going to burn up entirely.
I wonder if you'll see them again during the re-entry.
So the last one has been deployed.
Probably not.
Starlink simulator payload complete. Heck yeah, everybody.
Loving the energy from Starbase and Hawthorne.
There, now it's empty. So we are back. We are about 45 minutes into the 10th flight test of Starship. And as you can see, the light show has started. Re-entry has begun.
What's up with
we
these
are starting to re-enter the Earth's atmosphere.
I don't know what's up with those.
About 5 times the speed of sound, and we're
They're
about
trying
to start
different
barreling
mounting
through
methods?
the Earth's atmosphere and head for a
really
splashdown in the Indian Ocean. We don't plan to recover the spacecraft today, but if we do make it all the way down to the water, who knows? But the goal of this part of the flight is to learn as much as we can about the ship's heat shield. A fully reusable,
Starship recovery.
rapidly reusable heat shield for a spacecraft has never been done before. It's one of kind of the hardest engineering challenges still out there for us. And so this is the time to really dig in and get that data.
Yeah, absolutely. And re-entry is a critical phase of flight, so we'll need information on how the ship's system ends up performing. And Starlink will also help us gather as much data as possible, which is really the main reason why we do these flight tests. Starlink provides us with one more path to collect data to help us rapidly iterate on Starship's design.
It's got solid
and
control.
if the ship manages to make it all the way to re-entry, we'll
Looking
collect valuable data on the spacecraft flying.
I like the 3D representation instead of the 2D one.
Speeds or more than 5 times.
Because you could kind of tell if it was tumbling before, but now you can really tell.
A lot of times this is when you go into just a complete data and insight blackout, where that plasma sheath builds up around the outside of the spacecraft that blocks all of your signals that are trying to fight through to talk to either satellites out in space or towers down on the ground. Starship's big size kind of gives us a wake, but what really helps us punch through is the fact that we're using Starlink.
Whoa! What just happened?
That's not what we want to see. So we just saw some of the aft skirt just take a hit.
What was that?
So we've got some visible damage on the aft skirt. We're continue to re-enter though. And again, we are intentionally stressing the ship as
Why
we
did it
go
just
through this.
combust?
So it is not guaranteed to be a smooth ride down to the Indian Ocean. We've removed a bunch of tiles in kind of critical places across the vehicle. So seeing stuff like that is still
It's currently
to us.
in re-entry, and something just fucking exploded in the aft section. Yeah, something just blew up and blew up like half or part of the aft skirt, so there's just a hole in it now. Hopefully it's the rearward side and not the...
But the light
well, I guess if something's gonna explode, at least it's the rearward side, not...
is going to take about
and
20
not the...
minutes
what is
or
it?
So, until our plan splashed out.
Ooh, did it get the flap?
About
hopefully it didn't get the flap.
6 minutes into the flight.
You can see stuff burning off right there.
Yeah, and one day Starship is designed to land on Mars, where there are obviously no runways or other humans to help us out. So we are doing propulsive landing instead of more traditional means such as parachutes. And propulsive landing enables us to have more usability with these vehicles.
I can't wait to learn what that was.
The ship itself, it's
that was interesting.
A little over 50 meters tall. We've got those 6 engines on board, the 3 vacuum, the 3 sea level, and they're down in that aft skirt region. Which,
yeah, look right here.
All right, so at this point, the flaps have control. That means we're getting into a dense
was that
enough
right
part
at
of
like
the
the hinge?
That the flaps
right,
can start
like the border
us.
with the...
We're not only reliant.
Oh, if that is, that totally means it might have got one of the
thrusters.
Flaps.
We're going to continue hearing some call-outs as
that
the
looks
ship
like it
makes
was
its
right
way
along
back
the
to Earth.
line of the tiles,
when we hear
maybe.
entry max heating and entry max Q. That will
oh, it totally got part of the flap. Oh, that isn't good.
It will experience as it returns.
Oh, flap seems to be working for now, at least.
We can say we're doing pretty well.
I will say I'm happy re-entry cleaned off this camera for us. It was a little dirty from the weather, so thank you, Plasma, for giving us this view as we start coming down.
Well, thankfully there's nobody on it. And it's just a test. I mean...
the hit we saw...
who knows? It's gone through similar things before and made it through just fine.
When we started doing these missing tile tests, we were intentionally removing them only in the skirt, as that's...
oh, was that one of the tiles that exploded?
Fuel tanks or anything else that's kind of structurally critical for keeping the entire vehicle together.
So maybe like one of like
your engines, so that
the regeneratively cooled tiles that they had.
But for now, we are obviously continuing with this re-entry. We are committed. Indian Ocean, here we come. 50 minutes since launch. We're going to see those colors start to build up a little bit.
Yeah.
We are at the point where we're in dense enough atmosphere that the flaps have control.
Yeah, look at that. It's toasting the side of the ship a little bit.
We're starting to see some sunlight, so we intentionally time these launches right now so we have daylight. The sun should actually come up over the horizon on Starship in about 3 minutes.
Look at that view, though.
As we get a little bit further into the re-entry, that inky black below you is going to start to look like clouds and hopefully a bright blue ocean as we make our way down onto the other side of the planet.
Flaps looking a little toasty.
We've got these cameras. These cameras are really cool. We added these several flights ago, looking directly at the flaps as not just the heat shield, but these flaps, how they're able to control the vehicle, withstand that re-entry, the seal locations, so kind of where they connect.
Much of the flaps are going to be left this time.
Are some of the most critical. We will do missing tiles on those where, again, we're trying to... We're kind of being mean to this Starship a little bit. We're really trying to put it through the paces and kind of poke on what some of its weak points are. I mean, we even have missing tiles over some of those fuel tank sections of the ship itself. And so we're really trying to see what are our limits. We're doing this over a completely empty area over the Earth.
Seems to be fucking toughing through it even after that fucking little explosion that happened.
Assuming we make it all the way down to the ocean in one piece, we will attempt a flip and a landing burn.
Ooh, look at that
we do
gas
have
coming through the flap.
At least one buoy everybody's favorite camera person out in the Indian Ocean right now.
Yes, we love
being
camera
powered
buoy.
by Starlink. So that's at our planned landing location. So if we're able to get any live views of the ship, that'll essentially tell you that we nailed our target.
Coming in slightly tilted?
Able to do that on our 6th flight test. Do it in the daytime, which was really exciting.
Is that just to look like that, and it actually isn't? Looks like it's coming in at a slight angle. Yeah.
All right, so we're about 10 minutes.
But that don't look like it's coming down straight.
Hearing some of the other big milestones coming up.
Then again, when does this thing ever look like it's going right?
In about 10 minutes, like Dan said, Starship will be transonic. This
is
going to be the period of flight where the velocities of airflow surrounding and flowing past the vehicle are currently below, at and above the speed of sound, so somewhere in the range of Mach 0.8 to 1.2. For reference, commercial jets have a range of cruising speeds, but most of them fly at speeds between Mach 0.74
that's
and
why
Mach
it looks like that.
0.85.
Okay.
So that's 480 to 575 miles per hour, or 770 to 930 kilometers per hour.
Yeah, and after transonic comes subsonic. That just means you're slower than the speed of sound. We're still
I know, right? It's
well
so
in excess
pretty.
of that right now.
Oh, look! Oh, you can see the Earth in the background.
We're essentially belly flopping down. There we go. There's that sunlight. So we're seeing the Earth now come back into view. One of the other things we're doing during this year is see Starship kind of pitch in some pretty, not extreme ways, but a little extreme, as we're trying to really stress the structure of the ship itself, specifically those aft flaps. So the ones in the
the aft flaps are definitely stressed already.
We're pushing not just how well does the heat shield hold up, but how well does the ship structure hold up. We are pushing it beyond essentially what we think we'll have to fly at to do something like a return to launch site. So again, may not be a very smooth ride downhill.
That is such a cool view.
We're really trying to
oh my gosh.
that we can operate at, build up a good data set. But sun is up, clouds and water down
left flap
below
looks, I guess that'd be right flap.
10 minutes
looks
away, a little less than 10 minutes now until we
No, that's 100% valid. I want to touch it too.
Once we hit subsonic,
I know I shouldn't.
Basically just belly flopping.
Yeah. The right aft flap looks to be handling it better than the left one. But still, a bit of burn through, as usual. Certainly an energetic way to start re-entry, though. Having a frickin' tile explode or whatever happened.
All right, so about 55.5 minutes in, you can see the sun is up. Again, we intentionally designed these flights to lift off in the evening here so we get these daylight views so we can get as good a video as possible on the ship, assuming we make it all the way down.
Yep, you would definitely get burned.
Buoy powered
You'd
by
probably
Starlink
lose your hand if
out
anything.
there in the landing zone in the Indian Ocean, hopefully giving us a view.
Oh, you can see the catch point getting
heated.
heated.
Any live views, not from the ship itself.
Down beneath the clock.
That means we nailed our landing target.
Starship is past peak heating.
Yes!
All right,
Good
we
signs.
just heard the call out that we're past peak heating, so things are looking good so far.
Yeah, looking good.
Very good signs indeed.
And at this point, again, the flaps are controlling. So this movement you're seeing is that forward flap moving to try and
come on, show us the other flap.
Maintain.
I want to see the other flap.
Attitude of the vehicle as we're coming down.
Be real toasty. Look at all the fucking coloration on the ship now from the heat. So cool.
Checking in on one of our flaps. We got one of these cameras on all four of the flaps, two in the front, two in the back.
Yes, that's the one I want to see. No,
really good
better shape
close-up
than I
views.
thought it would be.
as we
Certainly
obviously don't have
toasty
a
still.
camera that can see the entire heat shield. These give us kind of the best that we can do.
I wish.
But looking at those flaps is really, those are just, super critical for controlling the ship. You have some ability to maneuver kind of cross range. So as you're coming in, you can see in that indicator at the very bottom right that we've pitched up quite a bit. So again, we are maximally stressing those
Yeah,
aft
that
flaps
aft flap's
right now.
definitely seen worse. Thought it would have been
Like we got a little
worse
bit of burn
shape than
through
last time.
the very bottom part of it. Everything's still looking good. Ship maintaining control.
I think it's got it in the bag, at least re-entry. I don't know if relight's going to be fine after that explosion, but I mean,
we should be just about
if something bad happens, it's going to be with the engine bell.
We hear that we're transonic.
Not like they're reletting the vacuum ones either, which would have taken the most of the brunt. Most of the hit. The brunt of the damage, that's what I meant to say. Ooh, is that a metal fire? Some of those loose bits are finally coming off.
Still a little bit toasty on the aft skirt of the vehicle as we continue coming in.
Mm-hmm. I want to see engine bay view.
Again, we are intentionally stressing the flaps so we can learn all we can.
Oh, they're stressed. You did a good job with that one.
All right, so now we're already well past peak heating. Just about 48, 49, counting down to 48 kilometers in altitude. Expecting that transonic to come, so transitioning between the speed of sound and subsonic slower than the speed of sound in just a little under 4 minutes from now. And right now we've got kind of a lot of forward momentum, a lot of forward velocity, and then eventually by the time we hit subsonic. All right, here we go. So this is what we've been talking about, where we are going to essentially try to fully deploy those aft flaps and really stress them out. So again, this is meant to test the extremes for the vehicle.
Oh, look at the butt of it come up when they move those aft flaps out. That's so cool.
All right.
Oh, don't flip now.
See those flaps swinging out? Again, we're putting ship through the ringer on this flight in.
It's so cool to see them do this.
It's like we're still maintaining control.
Oh, looks like a little fire. Hopefully it doesn't affect too much. Into that little demo. I think I'm gonna try it once more.
All right, flaps earning their paycheck today, getting through kind of that max stressing.
Definitely things looking good so far. We're about 2 minutes out now from Starship becoming transonic.
One cool thing to note
Once
as
again,
we get some of those views showing kind of the whole length of the ship. One of the changes we made after Flight 6 was to change the tile line a little bit. So we had kind of scaled back the number of tiles significantly, as when we go to catch these ships, you don't want to, I think as Elon said, you don't want to shuck the ship as you catch it and knock all those tiles off. So we knew we were going to have to kind of peel back that layer a little bit. And the first time we did it was on Flight 6, and we saw kind of wrinkling and dimples almost in the ship as we were creating these hot spots in the uneven parts of the heat shield. And so to kind of address that, we smoothed it out. That's why you've got kind of that nice smoothed out black line now on the ship. And just looking at it, we can see kind of a little bit of hot spot, a little bit of warping almost. Near the payload door, you can see a little bit of colored patina up above it, but we don't see those kind of
a little bit of like a divot right there.
Almost,
there and there seem to be the worst of it though.
On that, so it looks like that's been pretty successful. So
yeah.
All right, we are less
they outdid themselves
than
this
a minute
time.
away
Jeez.
From hitting transonic. Again, pretty soon our forward velocity is going to look like it's kind of falling off a cliff, and Starship will look like it's falling off a cliff as we essentially
and with
go
performance
into
this well,
our belly flop.
I can totally see them trying to launch again in 2 weeks.
The high altitude tests or suborbital.
As long as there's nothing wrong with the launch mount.
We were able to test that. It was a pretty fundamental, like, can this thing actually fly?
You know, they could probably get this thing launched again in another 2 weeks to a month.
And that's what we're about to see shortly here.
Oh, the reflection from the sun on the forward flaps. They spoil us with these views. How can you be mad at them?
All right, so at this point,
seeing shit like this
below the speed of sound.
Now are we finally going to belly flop?
Starship itself is subsonic. We are starting to chill the engines for a landing burn attempt.
Yep, we're going into belly flop. Oh, look at that view!
Supposed to start in a little.
I've said it so many times, but look at it!
Subsonic Indian Ocean, we're on our way.
Starship is subsonic.
There we go. Farewell, space.
Holy shit. By far the most successful launch yet.
Right, so
they had it lift off. They did,
minutes, so
I think, every single goal they set out to do this launch. They had some accidents in the process, and the ship's still making it to landing burn.
Around and steer. Dipping the nose down a little bit.
Fucking look at those flaps. I wonder if it'll be a little short of actual landing site because of those.
Got 2 of our engines chilled in, waiting on 1 more. So again, we'll attempt to use 3 burns for that initial flip. We eventually go down to just 2 Raptors for the end of the landing burn.
Just about 1 minute now from that landing flip and landing burn start.
Lap cam is looking mighty toasty. Oh wow, that one's extra toasty. Jesus. What the hell happened since the last time we saw this camera? Come on, switch to a different one.
Structurally, we're looking good. Got good pressures in our nose cone for everything.
Yeah. It's gonna do the thing around like 1 kilometer, right?
So again, we're going to look for the flip.
2 kilometers.
So Starship's doing its belly flop right now. We're going to do the flip. Swing out.
I think it was around 1
punch through
kilometer.
some clouds first.
Yeah, they're going to want to be below that second cloud layer first. See the water?
Here we go.
Starship, landing burn, start up.
Imagine you could see the recovery vessel in the background.
Seeing 3 engines.
Oh my goodness! Oh! Yes, go back. Yes!
There's a splashdown.
Kaboom!
Hey.
That's what I'm here for. Absolutely fucking crushed it.
Oh man, yeah.
Blew that thing. You could say they blew it out of the water.
Buoy cam, landing flip, landing burn, splash out of the Indian Ocean. There we go. All right.
Oh, that was fucking
That was pretty awesome.
magnificent.
Incredible
This is
flight
cool, right?
today for both ship and booster.
Yeah, really incredible. So obviously we're excited here. It looks like everybody's excited over there. Tyler, how's it going over in Hawthorne?
We're super excited here in Hawthorne. It was another exciting Starship flight test in the books, and we hope you enjoyed those Starlink views. So congratulations to the team at Starbase and everyone here and around the company. So many employees have contributed enormously to the Starship program as we continue to iterate and make progress towards a multi-planetary future. So that's going to wrap it up for us here in Hawthorne. Thank you to everyone for tuning in today.
Bye.
It was great.
Goodness, they did it.
Guys.
That was absolutely incredible. Huge congrats to all the teams here. Again, we lifted off from Starbase, Texas, right at the top of our window at 6:30 p.m. Central Time.
Go check out SpaceX's stuff. And all the other people, like NASA Space Flight, Everyday Astronaut. Check out their streams and videos, because holy fuck. They probably had some hella good shots, though, with their cameras. I can't wait to see all the fucking B-roll people post of this thing after the fact. That was gorgeous. Thank you, everybody who watched to the end. Much appreciated. Apologies if the editing isn't perfect. I kind of just trimmed out all the stuff in between from my stream to make it fit more for a YouTube video. You enjoyed the content, though. Drop a like and maybe subscribe. I could use it. But, yeah, that's all. Until next time, bye-bye.